And I am a virgin. How did you know?
Something, something wheeling, something, something dealing, something peeling, eating grilled cheese dealing, something that can feel you, something I can reel you, drinking alcohol and smoking cigarettes, yeah. Something can't eat nachos, licking all the ice cream, yeah. Something in the way. Ooh. Something in the way. Ooh. I don't know what to say.
Oh my God. Ow. Oh Jesus. Oh fuck. Ow, 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 ow. Hi. Sorry. I'm short-sighted. Who would have thought? What's up, all my cool cats and kittens? I have something very serious to tell you. So I need you to sit down and take your socks off because I'm gonna blow them off and they're gonna somehow become a choking hazard. We can have both the MCU and the Batman. And the super secret is we're already getting both. Now for context, while I'm writing this, the third episode of Moon Knight just released. So that's about where the MCU is at this very moment in time. I feel like there's a lot of undue hate for the MCU. And some of it's warranted, but a lot of it's like, guys, am I an MCU fanboy? Yes, very easily. Have I seen everything Marvel has made since 2008? Yes. Do I like everything Marvel has made since 2008? So putting my fanboy goggles aside and actually thinking critically, yes, there are some problems with the MCU, mostly the art direction. A lot of it is kind of grayish, washed out, except for maybe Thor, just the third Thor, and the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. Other than that, you know. So I'll give you that. That's the MCU's biggest problem, in my opinion, is it could be more colorful. Like, look at that. There's so much color on that screen, and yet we get pockets and Kevlar. You know, just let's have fun with it. But here's something I am going to defend. The jokes. Wait, hold on, step back. Why do I feel like this is such a loaded topic? What I'm not gonna say is, humor is subjective, so just grow up, you dweebs. Let me give an example of what I'm talking about, all right? Shang-Chi is telling his backstory, and he's on a plane. He's going through his dark, depressing past. And right when it gets to the climax of his past, he gets, whoop, there's the custodian lady, or custodian, whatever she is, stewardess. This is what I like to token as the mom rule. My mom, bless her heart, can't watch a movie to save her life. So if things get too dark, if things get too upsetting, if she doesn't like one of the things that people are wearing, if there's not an Italian on screen, she will not watch the movie. So these jokes, she thinks they're funny. These jokes are for moms and kids, for them to keep watching and enjoying the movie, because it can't be so dark that kids can't enjoy it. Because if we're gonna be honest, superheroes are a kid's thing. Doesn't mean everyone can enjoy them, but they were meant for kids. And honestly, it's okay. Not every movie has to be The Dark Knight. Just a road of depression paved with broken dreams and shards of glass. And fine Chardonnay. That wasn't even written in the script. I just said that. It doesn't make sense. It's okay to be able to laugh at movies. It's okay to not have to take them so seriously. Now, do they go overboard with it sometimes? Yes. But you gotta remember who their target audience is. It's the kids who buy the toys. And that's okay. But what if we got a movie that took it all very seriously, that made this seem like it could really happen, and investigate what these backstories do to real people? Well... I know I said I'm an MCU fanboy, undisputable, but there's something I like more than the MCU. Batman. He alone, yes, alone, has been keeping DC up for years. They can't figure out what to do with Superman. With the TV shows, it all started with Batman. Now, if you tell me that Green Arrow, they didn't completely change his character and they just made him Batman, they gave him Ra's al Ghul, that's not a Green Arrow villain, that's a Batman villain. They did the whole arc with them fighting shirtless. That was a Batman arc. I'm losing my mind here. It's just all been Batman. I swear to God, I'm not even lying. The only difference is Green Arrow, like, kills. And then sometimes doesn't kill. And then sometimes kills again. Since I love Batman so much, what did I think of the new movie? Did you read the little title card before this section? I love this movie. But there's one problem with it. And I don't even think it's a problem. Don't bring your kid to it. This is not a movie for them. In the beginning of this movie, you literally see someone take a thumb off and put it onto a flash drive because it's a thumb drive. Quirky Marvel movies aren't for kids. No, this is actually not for kids. Marvel movies are for kids. This isn't. And that's why we can have both of these. We can have the Batman and we can have the MCU. And they mesh well perfectly. I thought pretty much everything in this movie worked perfectly. But since we don't want this video to go for 1,000,000 hours, we're just gonna talk about the tone. It's dark, it's sad, everything goes wrong everywhere. And if you don't know, the movie Gotham is worse off at the end of it than they were at the beginning. That doesn't mean there isn't funny parts of the movie. There's things that naturally happen that make it funny. Like the theater laugh that I went to, every time someone just walked by and saw Batman was like, fuck. So that's much different than the more artificial jokes that the MCU puts in so things don't get too serious and they could keep kids and parents entertained. And the best part of this movie is Batman's not a hero until the end. In the beginning, he's just beating up people because he's mad. And personally, I don't think this movie would have been as effective as it is if we didn't have the MCU. Strictly because the MCU is so light. It's such like fun and I would say colorful, but we just discussed pockets and Kevlar. But it's such marshmallow compared to this brick of carbon that we're just shoving down our gullets. So we can have both. A Batman movie that you can sit and ponder and think on and think of the moral implications of being a hero, and we can have the fun, lighthearted movies that just let us sit down, eat popcorn, and enjoy. We don't exactly have to think so hard about those. There's still a lot of depth in them, there's no doubt about that, but I definitely think that they're an easier watch. You can pop on an MCU movie more than you could probably watch the Batman, but I've seen the Batman like 3 times. I think if all plans go, I'm gonna see it a 4th tomorrow. I don't want judgment. This is part of the video where I just say, I'm so happy we're getting so many superhero movies. I love superheroes, I love them to death. People are talking about superhero fatigue and all that. Nah, none of me. I am in love. I am in love with everything. I love the Batman more than most relatives I currently have alive. It is not a movie I would show to my young cousins though. No. Now, if you excuse me. Ah, fuck. Vengeance!